Hey everybody.
Hey there. Yeah, I think we need to wait auf Jonathan.
Would be great to see at least 100 people in the space.
Nope, we cannot hear you.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I think. All right.
Welcome.
That's very cool. Okay, so I thought you guys were leaving me hanging, asking how are you doing. I'm getting no response, so I see now where the issue is.
Yeah.
Yeah, every Twitter space needs to start out with some technical difficulties. Otherwise, it's not a real Twitter space, I guess. All right. So are we Vale requested. Let's get you on
Yeah.
stage.
So should we wait a bit more or?
Yeah, it should switch for Valerius to a speaker in a moment. Always takes a second to reflect. Requesting again. Let's give it a shot. And you're a speaker now as well. Perfect. All right. So, hey, Valerius, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Doing great.
Awesome. So we got a bunch of people in here already. We're already 5 minutes in. So I would say, let's get right into the meat of it. So welcome everybody. This is Buildsphere number 2. And the aim of this format is to give ecosystem projects a little bit of reach, let the community know what is out there and get to know the projects a little bit. Towards the end, everybody will have a chance to come on stage, ask a question to the team. And we also selected 2 questions from the original Twitter post. So for the next Buildsphere AMAs, that is always going to be how we run it. You can ask questions live. You can post them under the Twitter thread, and we'll make sure to pick them up. And at the end, of course, also we will drop a form again where you can apply to also join the Buildsphere. So with that out of the way, welcome to Dark Mythos. Real pleasure to have you guys. Let's start out with a round of introductions. I would be passing it to you first, Moons, and then, yeah, let's take turns and get to know you a little bit.
Yeah, great. Thank you. I would say I make the starting for all 3 of us. So first of all, thanks for the invitation. So it's a pleasure to be here and to tell you something about Dark Mythos. So my name is Ingo. I'm one of the co-founders of Dark Mythos, and I'm here today with Michelle, who is also a co-founder of Dark Mythos and one of our devs, Vale, which is one of our latest team members. So especially Michelle and me bring together nearly 35 years of experience in marketing, project management to the table. We've both served as agents leads, CIOs, CDOs, and this extensive background equips us with a good toolkit for launching a Web3 startup. So, however, today isn't just about us and our journey, it's about Dark Mythos. So I would say let's dive direct into a short introduction. Dark Mythos is a fantasy universe built with Web3 tech using our Cardary framework, which runs on IOTA. It's a trading card game universe for players, collectors, traders, and fantasy fans. So our mission is to transform how trading cards and collectibles are experienced by leveraging Web3 technology. What we aim for is to seamlessly blend Web2 and Web3 worlds. To achieve this, we've designed several modules. The Dark Mythos Explorer is our core platform that allows you to buy, organize, and explore cards deeply through events and stories. And currently, we're developing an online game where players can engage in automatic battles. Following the initial release, we plan to expand the game through updates that integrate the game further into our fantasy universe. To give you a glimpse into what's on the horizon, upcoming features could include crafting system, tournament system, each designed to enhance the gaming experience and player engagement.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for this introduction. So, of course, I've been looking around a little bit in Dark Mythos, and what struck me is that you really put a lot of emphasis on the world building. So not only developing all of the game mechanics, but also putting a lot of effort into the lore, into the universe building. So why don't you walk us through a little bit of how you see the fantasy universe surrounding Dark Mythos and what your plans for it are?
Yeah, so we are in a really fast space. So due to this fact, we thought from the straight beginning that we don't want to produce just a game. So Dark Mythos is a comprehensive fantasy universe, which is tailored to various interests within the community. For gamers, we will offer an auto battle game at the beginning. Collectors will find rare cards and in the future marketplace. Additionally, we enhance engagement through gamification elements like collectible events. For those who love the narrative and artistic aspect of fantasy, our universe is filled with great stories, stunning AI-backed fantasy art. So you could say whatever your passion in the realm of fantasy, Dark Mythos has something to enchant you.
Yeah, that sounds very promising. I mean, I'm a fantasy fan myself, so I felt right at home. Had a very good time reading through the stories. So if that sounds interesting.
We can't hear you. You're muted. So I would say while we're waiting for Jonathan, I would just say something about the team. So I'm pretty sure that this question was planned. So yeah, what we can tell about the team behind Dark Mythos is that we are a team of 5 core members supported by an extended group of freelancers and advisors, so making a total of 12 talented people. Our core team handles nearly all essential roles, ensuring everything runs smoothly. We have 3 devs with a combined experience of nearly 30 years in software development. This includes 2 Web 2 full stack devs and 1 Web 3 dev.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
you can hear you.
okay. Yeah, we're
We are
fighting
talking about the team at the moment.
Perfect. Yeah, we're fighting an uphill battle against Twitter. So please, yeah, let us know a little bit about the team while I vanish in the background again.
Yeah, great. So what I've said so far is that we are a team of 5 core members. We have an extended group of freelancers and advisors, making a total of 12 talented people in our team. We have 3 devs, 2 Web 2 full stack devs and 1 Web 3 dev in the core team. Additionally, we have 2 project leads with extensive expertise in marketing, global software and IT management, and of course, sales. Beyond that, our advisory team includes some well-known figures from the IOTA ecosystem, bringing deep knowledge and expertise to the table. So there is not enough time to mention all of them, but for example, one of our advisors is Sebastian Weber from Acodis, who is the lead of one of the biggest DLT teams in the IOTA space. And one of our first advisors was Holger Köther from Spice5 and Heaven. And soon we will announce more board members, which will probably close the gap in areas like gaming strategy, law strategy, and well, the last one will be a surprise. So together we are poised to make a big impact building a fantasy universe.
Yeah, I think I have to remind them the next time. So I miss Holger and Sebastian today in the call, in the AMA.
Shout out to them. Well, they'll have a chance to check the recording.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Lovely confidence in that. Yeah. So let's imagine that after getting a little bit of an overview now, I'm always kind of interested in learning how the team packages that into an elevator pitch. Let's assume meet somebody on the street. They want to know about Dark Mythos. What is it that you tell them?
So in a nutshell, Dark Mythos is a cutting-edge fantasy universe crafted on Web3 tech, offering a trading card game experience for players, collectors, and fantasy enthusiasts alike. Whether it's battling in our game, trading in our marketplace, or getting lost in deep fantasy stories and art, Dark Mythos provides a rich, immersive experience tailored to all facets of fantasy fandom.
Yeah, that is very workable. I can see that pitch, making a click with people. Let's talk a little bit about the motivation that led you to create Dark Mythos. And then also, of course, very interesting for us here, what led you to choose IOTA as the chain to build on?
Yeah. We are all gamers and have been involved in esports, RPGs, and trading card games from a very early age. since many of us have been also in the crypto space since 2017, starting a project like this felt right. The reason why we choose IOTAs was that we was early investors and also fans at the beginning. So we have many friends and supporters in the IOTA ecosystem. And what we appreciated greatly from the beginning was the mostly respectful and friendly interaction with each other. So whether in the various IOTA Discord voice channels or in the community programs like Touchpoint and now the grant program, so there was always a helping hand and you could talk to everybody. From a tech side of view, we choose IOTA for its low fees and the fast transactions, and especially for its commitment to sustainability. For example, reducing environmental impact and resource consumption. Also, the tokenized KYC solution is a game changer from our perspective for Web3 user authentication and projects like us.
Right. Yeah. Love to hear it. So again, want to send people over to your website. So that is Dark Mythos. Now my English is failing me a little bit. .com. So you have a better idea of what it is that we are currently talking about. Finding my moderation cards again. Right. So if I want to start out in Dark Mythos, I think I'm going to need some NFTs. Can you tell me a little bit about what the process is? How do I get it? And what should I do with it after obtaining it?
Yeah, of course. You will need an NFT to dive into the greatest part of the universe. So you can buy our NFTs during our sales on our website or on the secondary market, like on MagicSea or Sunaverse. You can also get NFTs through events or giveaways. So it's an important fact that at the moment we only sell NFTs within drops. So there is no constant sale. So you have to wait for a drop and then go in, or you have to choose the way over the second market. These NFTs let you participate more deeply in our fantasy world. For example, you can read stories with special NFTs, or you can join a collectible event where you have to collect and trade specific fantasy cards, or you can participate in one of our giveaways. In the future, there will be also more use cases and a central role of the existing NFTs.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll be paying close attention to that. You mentioned one way of obtaining these NFTs, and that is through giveaways. I mean, that is a very perfect segue into the next topic. So I've seen that you guys have something prepared here for the community. I think it's time to pull back the curtain. What is it that you guys brought with you?
Yeah, so while we're on the subject of giveaways, we would say, let's do a live giveaway. So anyone listening can post their MetaMask ERC20 address in the giveaway Discord channel of Dark Mythos. So I'm pretty sure that Michelle will post the link to the channel in the chat. So everybody can join our Dark Mythos Discord and share the ERC20 MetaMask address, and we will randomly select some winners, and we'll give them free mints for our running collection, so they can mint free NFTs from the gaming collection.
At this moment, I posted a comment here in the space below. I think you have to open the comment section here, and there are all the links you need. Also the Discord invite link and the giveaway channel link. There you can go into the giveaway channel and post your EC20 address, and then we will randomly select some winners.
Yeah. So what we will do, I would suggest that we are leaving the giveaway open until the end of this talk.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the talk, we will mention the winners here in the space and on Twitter, and then they can log in with their MetaMask address into our Dark Mythos Explorer and can grab their free mints.
Awesome. That is very cool. So all of the listeners, if you're not yet in the Dark Mythos Discord channel, either click the speech bubble button at the very end here of the Twitter space. You can also click the Dark Mythos icon and find all the socials from there. All right. Very cool. So we are going to have some people walk away with fresh NFTs. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the vision that you have for your game. So a complaint that I encounter quite often, I've been playing some digital card games myself, is that oftentimes projects roll out new cards that are much stronger than the old ones, basically as a mechanism to have people engage with the new assets rather than just sticking to the old. So I would be very much interested in how Dark Mythos is tackling this issue.
Yes, so that's a good question. Before Michelle will make a deeper dive into the game, so we want to highlight that the cards you've got already do not become worthless after a certain amount of time. So a set rotation approach is not our preferred solution. Restriction of specific card usage or errata powerful cards are two examples on how we can balance our game without a set rotation. We want to design our new cards to work well with cards from older sets to keep people coming back for new releases and to give new people a good chance to come into the game. We are not locked into a specific strategy at this time. And what we will do also in the future is work closely with the community to find the best solution. As mentioned at the beginning, there will be a board member with gaming strategy background, so with TCG gaming background. This member will also strengthen our approach for a well-balanced trading card game.
Yeah, very cool that you are already thinking about issues like that might arise in the future. And of course, hiring somebody with expertise in the field. I'm very, very eager to see how this is playing out. So the migration is, of course, also a big topic for current projects that are in the wider IOTA ecosystem. So what are your plans here and what does it mean for the users? Is there any action needed on their side and how are you tackling this?
Yes. We are relaxed about the migration issue. So currently we have NFT on both IOTA Layer 1 and on Shimmer Layer 2. But we already have interfaces that users can use to interact with them. So at the moment, it doesn't matter if you have an NFT which lays on layer 1 or you have a newer NFT which lays on layer 2. Also for the game, it is not relevant if it's a layer 1 or layer 2 NFT. You can use them from any layer. But in the long term, we plan to migrate everything to the IOTA EVM, making our platform also multi-chain ready. So if everything lays on layer 2 EVM, it will be much easier for making new milestones and new features. So this is the midterm view. We want to transfer all the NFTs. Future sales and gamification features will be made on the IOTA EVM and we will gradually migrate existing NFTs. So the user don't have to care about this topic. We will manage this in the background.
Awesome. So it sounds like there is not going to be a downtime. It doesn't sound like things are going to break with the migration, but everything is going to be working as it currently is, right? That is fair to say.
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the outlook that you have. So, of course, there's the migration coming up. But apart from that, I'd be very much interested in, what is it that you guys are currently planning for? What is your vision for the future?
So in a really short-term view, tomorrow we are launching our new NFT edition. It's part of the Earth Element series. This comes with a new collection and 8 new events. In the next weeks and months, we will gradually share insights into game development, aiming for an alpha release by year's end. Also, you should watch out for 2 major announcements, which will come including project roadmaps for each announcement, which will enhance the Dark Mythos ecosystem significantly. Due to NDAs, we are unable to shed any more light on this at this time, but we are working very hard to release them within the next 8 weeks.
All right. So NDAs expiring. That seems very interesting. Seems like some alpha lurking just around the corner in 8 weeks' time. So yeah, I'll be definitely watching, encouraging everybody to do the same. On another topic here, so we are happy, of course, to see that Dark Mythos has been one of the grant recipients that we selected. So just to give a little bit of context here, IOTA is running a grant system and every project can apply. There is no fixed criteria on a category that it has to fit into. And yeah, very happy to see that Dark Mythos is one of the recipients here. So I'd be interested in whether you can talk us through a little bit of the experience in applying for it, in getting through the process. Of course, don't mention any details that could land us in hot water, but yeah, just your experience in how that went down.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, thanks to the complete IOTA grant team. So it was a smooth process onboarding on this program. So since to the fact which was mentioned at the beginning, so we are deeply connected with the IOTA ecosystem. As we got the news about the grant program, we leveraged a grant to fast track our game dev and to engage more users from outside the ecosystem. Because at the moment, especially the IOTA gamify bubble is really small. And one big part is to grow this bubble as big as possible. Another point for us for joining the grant program was that we want to build an ecosystem that is ready for the MiCA regulation of the European Union. So with the grant, our vision is to be a blueprint for projects that allows other startups to build a legally compliant Web3 startup in Europe. And regarding the question of the process, so our experience was straightforward. We set milestones, we created a pitch deck, we submitted our application via the form, and after some video calls, we secured the grant. So from our point of view, everything went smoothly and we loved working with the grants team. So a big shout out to your colleagues, Philo and Mark at this point. So we thought about if we had to give one piece of advice to other projects, it would be this: prepare well, have a good pitch deck and detailed milestones. And don't be afraid to talk directly to the people in charge at the IOTA Foundation to avoid misunderstandings from the start.
Awesome. Yeah, big shout out to all of the people on the IF making it happen. And yeah, absolutely. If there is anything that you would like to know in this regard, then yeah, I like to think that we are very approachable. So if you have any question in this regard, then please let us know. All right, cool. So I think it's a good time to let some people on stage if there are any questions. We have also some questions collected through the original tweet, but Young Money 69, you're going to be put up on stage. Yeah, you're a speaker already. Let's hear your question, please. I think you just vanished again. Let's give it a moment. Hey, Young Money. Yes, let's hear your question, please.
Curious that if suppose there are many large sale orders on your project, like every retail investor will go and sell, what will be your team plan to push it? How will you push it?
So if I
Did you get my question?
Correctly, so you're asking how we will plan to push the NFT sales to get a wider audience?
All right, I think we are running into some connect. Am I audible?
You are.
Hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm not seeing myself speak anymore. Yeah, I think the question was rather pertaining, what would you, is there any action on side of the team if there is a big sell-off of NFTs?
Hey guys, am I audible? Hello, Dark Mythos.
Yeah, Young Money, I'm going to put you off stage. I think there is some connectivity issues, so we're not talking over one another. But yeah, I think the question was regarding if there is a huge amount of sell-offs, is there any action that the team is taking?
Yeah, so as we said in the beginning, we will merge the Web 2 and Web 3 worlds. So what we have on the one hand will be a starter pack campaign, which allows people to get into the universe without having an NFT. So they can take a deep dive into the universe, and as soon as they want to interact with the universe, they will need an NFT. And at the moment, we have a good base and a good structure. So even if there will be a sell-off of the existing NFTs at the moment, it will have no impact of the game development, or of the core team. So everything we have done so far is funded, and we are ready to go further steps.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks so much for your question, Young Money. I hope that answers it. If there's a follow-up, I would ask you to go to the Dark Mythos Discord channel and then I'm sure the team will be very happy to help you out there. Thanks so much for your question. If anybody else has a question, then please raise your hand and we will let you on stage. In the meanwhile, we've been collecting a question from Dr. Drip. Now, he is wondering if there are going to be new stories coming out in the near future.
Yeah, like the Warhammer Fantasy novels, there will be more Dark Mythos stories which describes the universe. So since our stories are all handwritten and combine characters with running events and additions, it will take some time before new stories are released, as the ecosystem and the game are further along the roadmap. So in short, yes, there will be new stories at some point. Up to now, the users can read the complete starting saga from our universe in the Black Edition NFTs. And also there are stories with our gaming card events.
Yeah, very cool. I mean, I'm a Warhammer fan myself, so everything going in that direction, I'm being very fond of. Great to hear that you share that. Yeah, I'm personally very hopeful that it will reflect a lot in what is coming up. While we are going to walk through the next question, I think it's probably the last chance if you want to get whitelisted for the NFT, then head over to the Dark Mythos Discord channel, drop your EVM address, and then you stand the chance to become a winner. Now, we got a question from Degen Against the Machine, and he is wondering if cards will migrate to the IOTA EVM or if you are going to run 2 sets.
Yeah, so I think we've said this already. So we will, on long term, mid to long term, we will migrate all NFTs to the IOTA EVM layer 2. But at the moment, we have working solutions. So doesn't matter if you have an NFT from layer 1 or layer 2, you can be part of the events. You can be part of the collectible events. And of course, you can read the stories. And with the first version of the game, you can also interact with the existing NFTs.
So, but at least I have to say, so the big vision on the horizon we have. So it's not just the IOTA EVM or the Shimmery EVM. So let me say it's the whole EVM world. So maybe there are at the end 10 EVM chains we can implement and make a whole marketplace for all these EVMs.
Yeah, lovely. I think the key takeaway here is that for the end user, nothing really changes, no matter where your NFT is currently residing.
Absolutely.
Right. All right, cool. So if there's no more questions, then I think it might be a good time to be selecting some winners.
Yeah, will do. And we'll post the winners immediately.
All right. Do you want to read out some Discord names in here, or should we take that offline?
Yeah, I will take this offline and post the winners in Discord and maybe on Twitter here.
Awesome. Yeah, then unbeknownst, congratulations to all the winners. And yeah, thank you so much for coming. It's been a real pleasure with the Dark Mythos team. We should do that again someday. In fact, rumor has it that we'll be speaking again soon, but let's leave it at that. And yeah, of course, also big thank you for the audience. Big thank you to everybody asking questions. That is Dr. Drip. We had Young Money coming on stage. And we had Degen Against the Machine, quite a mouthful. Yeah, so I think the only thing for me left to say is that this has been, of course, all for informational purposes only. And with that, yeah, big thank you for everybody. And let me know how you like this format. I'd be very much interested in that, if you should keep it up, or if you don't like it, let me know. And with that, wishing everybody a wonderful evening.
Thank you also from my side, and thank you for the opportunity to speak here. And maybe you can make a new space and talk a bit about the game next time. And yeah.
Lovely.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for coming. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.